Today's day 4 of 10 days of Easter. It's also Sourdough Sunday. Today I'm making a Brie cheese loaf. First, I'm going to add 125 grams of active starter into a large bowl. Next, add 2 teaspoons of salt. Then add 280 grams of warm filtered water. Next, just mix that up. Next, add 475 grams of unbleached all-purpose flour. Then mix that up, and after a minute or two, I'm going to go with my hands to finish mixing up the dough. Next, cover up the dough and let it rest for 30 minutes. Next, I'm going to do 3 rounds of stretch and folds, which just means I'm going to lift up the dough and then place it back on itself and do it all the way around the bowl, and then cover the dough back up and let it rest for 30 minutes in between each round. Now I'm doing my last round of stretch and folds, and then after that I'm going to cover the dough back up and let it rise until it doubles in size. It'll take anywhere from 8 to 12 hours. Now I'm going to make the Brie filling, so I have 1 large wheel of Brie. Next, I'm going to peel the rind off the Brie and then let it come to room temperature. It took about 3 hours. Now that the Brie cheese has come to room temperature, I'm going to cut it into chunks and place it into a food processor. Next, add 3 tablespoons of softened butter. Then add 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. Then put the lid on the food processor and blend it up for a few minutes until it's smooth. This is what the Brie filling looks like when it's all blended up. Next, I floured the counter. I'm going to add the dough onto the counter and flatten it out. Next, I'm going to spread about half of the Brie filling onto the dough. Next, I'm going to fold one side of the dough over and spread more Brie filling on top. Then I'm going to fold the other side of the dough on top and spread the rest of the Brie filling. Next, I'm going to roll up the dough and then roll it into a ball. Then I'm going to add it into a lined banneton and cover it up and put it in the fridge overnight to cold proof. After it's been in the fridge overnight, I put on another piece of parchment paper, and now I'm going to score the top. Now I have a Dutch oven that's been preheating at 450 degrees in the oven. I'm going to add the dough into the Dutch oven and put the lid on and bake it at 450 for 30 minutes. After the 30 minutes, I'm going to take the lid off and put it back in the oven at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. After the Brie cheese loaf was done baking, I let it cool for 1 hour. Now I'm going to cut into it, and here's an up-close look.